No. Because I'm tired of y'all sitting there on your ass. You're going to get up. You're going to go to the gym. And if not, you're at least going to watch this and maybe it'll motivate you. Because I care about you guys. I don't want you guys to have health issues like me. Let's get informed. Let's learn some shit of everything that you can do for a year if you train right, bro. This is Jeff Nippard. This guy's the fucking man.
For the next year, I'm going to train as perfectly as humanly possible.
Yep.
That means I'm going to run the most science-based, optimized plan and track
every
single set of every workout. No skipped workouts, no lazy sets, no exceptions. I'm also going to track every single calorie I eat every day for a year straight.
By the way, that shit sucks. If you've ever dieted and you counted calories, bro, it's demoralizing as shit. I fucking hate it. But it helps so much. Thankfully, I'm bulking right now, and that just means I'm eating whatever the fuck I want to eat. And I'm up to 239 now. But once I hit 315, I'm back on a cut, and you're about to see me be a bitter man.
This video, I'll show you my full results. To start the experiment, I'll get a DEXA scan to measure my body fat percentage and an ultrasound to measure my muscle size.
Yep.
Then, after a full year of optimized training, we'll measure exactly how
Let me rephrase it. I'm not bulking. I'm just eating whatever the fuck I want and then claiming I'm bulking.
much muscle I gained. But here's the best part. For any of you that are new to the gym, I'm going to also do the exact same experiment on my biological brother, who's a similar height as me, with the similar genetics, but here's the catch. He does not lift at all.
Yes, sir.
Completely untrained beginner. This way, we'll get to see
sir.
the difference between someone who's been training for over 15 years
Amazing.
versus someone totally new to lifting. You see, you build most of your muscle in your first few years of lifting. Then it slows down. And there's a theory out there that once you've been training for 5 or maybe 10 years, you've built all the muscle you can build. People call this your natural ceiling for muscle growth. And for the last few years, I've been thinking that I've reached it. Despite training as hard as usual, I just haven't really seen any noticeable gains in the last few years. Once you hit your natural ceiling, you have a decision to make. You can either maintain what you've built, saying goodbye to any new gains, or you can take anabolic steroids. I've definitely thought about using steroids, but I don't want to because the side effects scare me. I also don't want to just maintain if I can still make gains. As a bodybuilder, making gains is kind of the point.
Guys, once again, I don't give a fuck if anybody does steroids or not. I just want them to be transparent on whether they're using them or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, just disclose your testosterone level. That way people can get a realistic thought of what they can look like based off of their genetics, their T levels, and how much work they put in. That's my thing. You have every right to do whatever the fuck you want with your body. Straight up. Like if you're going to expect people to be okay with body mutilation, you should be okay with people also putting in a little bit extra juice into their body, right? As long as they're, disclosing that shit.
Right? And besides, there's really no science on this so-called natural ceiling anyway. It might not even be a real thing. So for me, this experiment will answer the question of whether or not I've reached my natural ceiling, or if I simply haven't been training as hard and smart as I could be. For my brother Brad,
been on TRT, right?
Yeah,
still am.
A new lifter can gain in 1 year of dedicated training. Let's find out.
My T levels are 1100.
Day 1 of the experiment. We're here at McMaster University, and we're going to get a whole bunch of tests done. Then we're going to come back exactly 1 year from today and see how much muscle we built. Let's get started. To start, every good experiment needs a good hypothesis. And upon deeper reflection, I think I have not reached my natural ceiling for muscle growth. I think that if I really give it my all,
this guy's fucking huge.
Year, I'll see some new growth. And to set the standard high, I'm going to take an ambitious guess at how much muscle I'll gain this year. I'm going to guess that I will gain 4 pounds of muscle. I think Brad will gain double that, 8 or 9 pounds of muscle. I'm going to say 9 pounds of muscle. What do you guys think?
I bet you he's going to gain 16. I bet this guy's going to look like a fucking freak in 1 year, easily.
Is that ambitious?
Post-cut, or?
Is that too much?
I think 4 pounds of muscle is quite a bit. I mean,
do you know who I am?
You might be undershooting a bit. For you, man, natural bodybuilding. It's hard, man.
Challenge accepted. So with my own research team as my biggest haters, we got our starting measurements.
I cannot believe how good Jeff looks being completely natural. Like, this dude looks like his body is formed by the gods himself.
Take that, internet. Says 5'2". First up, we use this DEXA machine to measure our starting body fat percentage and lean mass.
So what did you predict you were at?
I think I said 14.6. It said that I was 15.8% body fat. That was a bit higher than I expected. I thought I'd be closer to 13 or 14%. But hey, maybe I'll get that down by the end. It also said I had 132.7 pounds of lean mass. Lean mass includes your muscle mass, but it also includes your organs and body weight. After that, we got our muscle thickness measured using ultrasound. This device sends sound waves through your body that reflect back, creating echoes photos that can generate an image of how thick the muscle is. We did thickness measurements for our biceps.
Damn,
quads.
bro, that's
Brad's starting
cool
body
as
fat was
fuck.
36.2%, also higher than both of us thought. Most people probably do think they're leaner than they actually are. We're also doing regular posing updates to assess our visual progress. So Brad and I made our own posing room to make sure we'll have the exact same lighting and angle for the before and the after. For our first workout of the experiment, we're doing an upper body session, and this is the split we'll be running all year. It's a mix between an upper-lower split and a push-pull leg split. Upper on Monday, lower on Tuesday. Those are the more strength-focused workouts.
Yeah, I'm be real, man. Every day for me is upper day. Yep. Why the fuck would why would I train legs if I weigh 300 pounds? Like, I do that by walking. Like, why would I train it? I'm good. I'll just train upper body every day, man.
Then we'll take a rest day, followed by 3 hypertrophy-focused workouts: a push day, chest, shoulders, and triceps.
Why would I want to work out my legs if my chat never sees them?
Now, at this point, you may be wondering exactly what I'm doing differently this year. If I've been training already for 15 years, what am I doing differently for this experiment that I wasn't doing already? Well, with training, there are 3 new things. First, I'm taking the last set of every single exercise to failure.
Jesus.
No exceptions. Even on heavy compound lifts like presses and squats, I'm pushing that last set until I physically cannot get the weight up and literally drop, obviously using safety bars. I don't know if failure makes a big difference for hypertrophy, but the latest science definitely shows a trend. The harder you push, the more growth you tend to see. Before,
I don't know how anybody would disagree with that doing more work yields more results. Like, how would anybody disagree?
Leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank on compound exercises, even on the last set, and I still think that's a good idea for most people. But I want to go ham this year, leaving no uncertainty of whether I could have done more. Second, I'm only doing optimal exercises. If it doesn't build maximum muscle, I'm not doing it. Third, I'm meticulously tracking all my weights for progressive overload. And my goal is to add a little weight or a rep each week. Now, since Brad's a beginner, I have to ease him into the workouts. So we're starting with 1 set per exercise in week 1, 2 sets in week 2, and then 3 sets from week 3 on. And yes, he has to run the exact same program as me for scientific control. It's definitely a bit too advanced for him, but I think he can do it for science.
He got a good bit of natural strength,
That's how we know
man.
you're a new lifter.
I'm proud of this guy.
That is your body saying, what are you doing right now? I have not done this.
For that first week of training, my main priority is just getting Brad familiar with the technique on the different exercises in our program.
Oh, yeah.
All you're going to do is...
This is the funnest part of the gym, man. I love when I had to figure shit out. Every time I do a new exercise, it's always so exciting. People get nervous about this shit, but I love it.
Just stick your butt back as you lower the bar straight down with straight legs. Good. And then up.
Oh, that's it?
That's it. That's the whole movement.
Oh, okay.
Don't bring the bar out in front. Lower it straight down. It's not going to hit your knees because you're
I know for
moving your
bench
butt
press
back.
for me,
There you
it
go.
was like,
That's
it was just
That's already
getting
up.
over
And you
the
can
fear
stop
of the
about
bar.
just below knee height. So we'll stop about
After
there.
I got over the fear of the bar, I
We're
jumped
not
up
doing any
40
failure
pounds
training in
on
week
my
1 or
on
2
my lift.
just to get adjusted. The real failure work is going to start in week 3.
Fear of the gym is the biggest thing holding people back.
Week of training down. I enjoyed it more than maybe I even thought I would.
Yeah.
You go solo with friends, I go with somebody every time. I never go to the gym alone.
52 times.
All right.
But I got like people on call like nonstop. Like I got like 20 homies that I can hit up anytime. They'll meet me anywhere. It's really nice. I consider myself very fortunate.
Nice. Well, 51.
Oh, 51 times.
now.
Well, it's more like
By
16
week 3,
these
we were
days.
cruising. The initial soreness from starting a new program had settled down, and before we knew it, it was time for our first check-in.
But going to the gym alone, it's great. It's therapeutic. You can meditate.
So this was shocking. After just 1 month of training, Brad is already up 12.7 pounds of lean mass. Body fat
Damn!
percentage dropped from 36.2% down to 33.4%.
Damn!
Ultrasound showed he gained 14 millimeters on his quads and 1 millimeter on his biceps.
In a
That's
month?
in 1 month.
Bruh. Nicely done, dude. Holy crap. I got to tell Mom that.
But my 1 month results were even more surprising.
So wait, how much lean did I gain?
1,400 grams of lean mass, fat-free
Okay, so
mass
1.4 kilos.
of lean mass.
Believe it or not, I'm also up just over 3 pounds of lean mass.
How
Unlike
in the
Brad, I
fuck?
did gain a little fat. My body fat went from
I see.
15.8% up to 16.7%.
Okay.
So with that check-in as a massive motivator, Brad and I got back to work. And in 5 months, we'll finish our bulking phase and do another check-in. People say
Holy
that bulking is
shit.
pointless because you just get fat. So how fat will we get? That's what we'll see in 5 months. At the 9-month mark, we'll do a third check-in. This will be the end of our recomp phase, where we'll try to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. Most people say that's impossible for advanced lifters, but I want to see for myself. Then after 12 months, we'll do our final update. This will be the end of our cut phase. I want to get back down to my starting body weight to see if I'll actually keep the muscle that I gained during my bulk, or if I just lose it all again and look exactly the same as before.
That's
You may
fucking
also be
awesome.
wondering what we're doing for our diet. Obviously, we're both eating the exact same calories and macros. 3,000 calories.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I eat these things called Mighty pancakes every morning, and they're not healthy by any means. But I just eat them because they taste good. Also, 0 sugar syrup is a fucking life hack, bro. It's so good. 0 sugar condiments, 0 sugar syrups, 0 sugar sodas. Bro, they're the best.
calories, 150 grams of protein, 410 grams of carbs, and 85 grams of fat per day. And this is what a typical day of bulking meals looks like for me, if you want to pause and screenshot. All this means that I'm eating about 15% above my maintenance calories, and I'm aiming to gain around 2 pounds per month. Now,
They promote cancer? Yeah, bro. You're the type of guy who bought snake oil back in the day. I don't know what to tell you. If you still think that artificial sugars cause cancer in 2025, I don't really know what to tell you, man. May God have mercy on your soul.
obviously, Brad shouldn't be bulking at 33% body fat. To get his best possible transformation, I should absolutely put him in a 5 to 20% caloric deficit and have him lose fat while building muscle. But I can't do that. If Brad's in a deficit while I'm in a surplus, that's an uncontrolled variable, and we need every variable to be the same except our training experience. So, unfortunately for Brad, he has to eat the same calories as me for science.
I didn't realize I eat so much fat. Every night it's like, I've run out of fat, but I got like 30 carbs left, so I just gotta drink a glass of orange juice. I've just been staring at this orange juice now for like 10 minutes. I really just don't want to drink it. I kind of hate orange juice now.
So, every single day, we're tracking every calorie
like
we
that.
eat.
Weirdest thing has happened. I was having this dream about like work. I went out to lunch. I realized that I didn't track the calories or anything for the lunch that I just had, and it was like fast food too. And there was like a bag of like Skittles or something that I was eating, and I was trying to like scan it with my phone while my coworker was like talking to me and stuff and getting angry. And
What
then
are
I
we
dropped
doing?
some, and like it literally just like landed in like a pile of dirt. And I was like, oh, I don't have a scale, so like how am I gonna know how many grams of candy I just lost and all this stuff? So I guess I've started dreaming about counting calories now.
It sounds like a lot of work, especially for someone new to tracking macros, but because we've been using my nutrition app Macro Factor, it's super easy. The app has a fast barcode scanner that quickly pulls up the macros, and it has a multi-food
Wow, I
plate
love
logging
this
to
app.
capture many
I'm
foods
gonna
at
go
once.
download
only
it
takes me about
today.
5 to 10 minutes a day to get everything tracked. It's the app we're both using.
Man, that's
every day for the whole
amazing.
year. And if you'd like to try it out for yourself, I'll put a free 2-week
I
trial.
would like to
Just
try it
below.
myself,
Just
in
use
fact.
code Jeff when you download the app, and you'll get 2 weeks for free. Whether you
Wow.
build muscle, lose fat, or do both at the same time, the app will use advanced algorithms to scientifically
That's
guarantee
amazing.
that you reach your goal as long as you follow the plan. All you have to do is track what you eat and log your weight. That's it. Sleep is another big part of this experiment. Brad and I both wear an Oura ring
That's
every
so
night,
hard.
aiming for 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and we're trying to go to sleep and wake up around the same time as well to set our circadian rhythm. New research shows that it's not just about the total sleep you get, your sleep-wake schedule also matters. Supplements are a small part of this, but here's the list of supplements that we're both taking if you want to pause and read.
Ashwagandha, I don't fuck with that anymore. It made me have heart issues. Vitamin D, multivitamin, magnesium, I love all that. Fish oil I take. Oh, they just take caffeine pre-workout. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just swap to water and just take a pill of caffeine in the morning. That could be cool. I'm also not doing any protein powder. Maybe I should take more. I am on creatine though.
No steroids, obviously. Yeah.
I am on creatine.
Just kidding, I think. Okay, so this is our full plan, and for the next 5 months, we're just going to follow it.
Drive it, drive it. Go again. Take a big breath. Come on, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it.
I'm 2 months into the experiment, and I'm doing a 3-week writing retreat in Mexico with Steph.
Wow.
This is where I'm going to finish writing my first hard copy book. Travel always throws me off a bit for the first couple days, but once I found a really cool gym and a grocery store, I was able to lock in. And while there are more temptations and very delicious tacos and tequila down here, with a 3,000 calorie per day bulking budget, I was able to fit in a little Mexican delicacy without any issues. One of the beauties of bulking.
Hell
After Mexico,
yeah.
one of the hardest things for me was balancing the training I needed
Big
to shoot
man.
for videos and balancing my own actual off-camera training. A few of the tier list videos took me 7 or 8 hours to film with all those exercises, and then I'd still have to actually train after. But for this year, regardless of what I'm filming, I'm still getting all my workouts in. Yesterday I did a collab with Jesse James West. We filmed a few workouts for his channel. Normally I would count that as my workout, whereas yesterday, after we filmed for a couple hours, got a bite to eat, and then did my workout even though like I really didn't want to. It's those little things, like those workouts that you want to skip but don't skip. It's the sets where you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway.
Yep.
I think that those things can really add up and make a big difference.
But I remember I felt so good the other day where I just went to the gym, and I usually make it a point to do 5 exercises every time. 3 to 4 sets, 5 different exercises every single fucking time. I just went in and I did 13. And man, I felt like a god. Like I worked lower body, I worked upper body, I worked arms, chest, back, legs. Bro, it was so fucking nice, man. It's so nice.
And that's something that I've definitely learned on this experiment so far.
Speaking of which, I'm trying to figure out what you guys want. I'm legit. I mean this genuinely. I want a new tattoo, really bad. I mean this genuinely. If you guys send me good tattoos for this area, I will just go and get it. Straight up. But I want something fucking awesome. Like I was thinking like getting like my flesh torn off and then putting like a holy scripture underneath with like a lot of the principles that I like live my life by. Life sucks, then you die. Or every day I wake up is a good day.
I did a light deload week in April. Not only is this a good idea regardless, but I was starting to get sick.
I paused my
body
game
was
to be here,
definitely
yeah.
overworking. I'm actually not feeling too well today, and so this is going to be the first day that I skip a workout that I have scheduled. Yeah, if I went to the gym today, I just know it would be a subpar workout, whereas if I rest today and then go tomorrow, I'll probably perform much better, or hopefully anyway. So just want to do a quick little update on that. After the deload, Brad, my dad, and I did a boys trip to Arizona. I hadn't seen Brad for a while, so it was great to link up and get into a good workout
Arizona.
Drive. Come on, Brad. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, I wanted to take a day trip, so I went to Detroit. What the fuck?
That was great. That was good.
My dad immediately commented on how much bigger I'm looking, and that's definitely true when I'm wearing clothes. But I think
Fuck you mean by that?
I'm actually looking softer and kind of smaller in my posing updates. Brad is definitely up in weight too, but the main thing I noticed is that he's so much stronger. It's kind of insane. He's actually getting close to using some of the weights that I'm using on back exercises. That's definitely his strong point. Today we went for a hike in Sedona, and I was...
Yeah, I'll be real. I completely shit stomped Shinya and everything, but he's very close to me in tricep strength. Shinya's specialty is definitely triceps.
starting to worry that maybe we were both gaining a bit too much weight. I decided to have a heart-to-heart check-in with Brad.
Cardio is not quite there yet.
What would you say is something that you're most surprised by so far?
I'm noticing that my social anxiety is almost gone completely. And that was debilitating at times. Like you would go to a store and...
I'm the same, man. I go to every party completely stone cold sober. Like straight up, I don't get any anxiety at all. Like everybody I speak with confidence. It does not matter to me. Like everybody else, like, oh God, I'm so nervous. Let me get a little bit tipsy. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'll have water. And then I just go. It's so nice. I got social anxiety too. Bro, go to the gym. It'll get rid of that shit.
And you just turn around in the parking lot and be like, yeah, not today. But now I don't even find myself like thinking about anything as I'm like going up to a counter, or if I'm approaching like customer services, I'll just go ask for something now. Before I was like, I'm figuring this out myself because I'm not getting any help.
This was a light bulb moment for me. This entire time, I've been so focused on the visual gains, I almost forgot about all the other life-changing benefits of lifting weights.
True.
Bob boy, let's go.
Nice shot.
I mean this genuinely, guys. Going to the gym is the best decision you can make in your life. It'll affect you mentally, physically, financially, even career-wise. Like, this world is skin deep, right? So the better you look, the more opportunities you get. That's a fact. Everybody knows it. And all you guys who are saying, oh, I'm single, bro, I'm telling you, you get attractive, easier to get a girlfriend. And gym girls are great. Gym rats are crazy. Yeah, so like I'm telling you boys, like it's a great place to build confidence, make friends, develop social skills, get a girlfriend, change your life. It's really nice.
Back from Arizona, and it's time to buckle down before our 6 months check.
I'm single. That's
Only
because
got
you're
2
too good
months
for
left
women, Val.
before the end of my bulk, and at this point, I'm feeling more motivated than ever. I definitely have some size on. Brad's feeling motivated too. He's much more of a night owl than me, so he'll often train later at night, but he still hasn't skipped a single workout, even if it means going to the gym at 3 a.m.
Going so late the lights are off.
That's insane.
Walking in and all the lights turning on.
And just like that, the end of the bulk, and it's time to see.
See, I like going right at like 5, 6 p.m. That way there's a ton of attractive women there, and that way my ego won't let me skimp out on sets because I don't want to look like a pussy. Right? I like when the other people hold me accountable while I'm there.
How much muscle we put on, and how much fat we put on.
All right, dude. Ready for the 6-month physique check-in?
Yeah. Let's do it. Give me a flex.
Give me a shoulder flex.
He looks so much better, it's insane. Like once he loses that neck fat, he's gonna look crazy.
15 pounds. Yeah. How many of those pounds for you are lean out of the 15?
Did you say 3?
3 pounds were lean. It's definitely more than that.
Yeah.
At the end of the 6-month bulk, Brad is up 13 pounds of lean mass.
Damn!
And his body fat percentage is down 1.2%.
Hell yeah!
36.2%.
Bro, if he's losing weight on a bulk when he cuts, he's gonna look fucking nuts.
Beginning to 35.0% now, and that's while eating 3,000 calories per day. It really goes to show the power of building muscle. I was a little confused at first though, because when you look at his 1-month data, it looks like he gained 12.7 pounds of lean mass in that first month, which means he only gained another 0.3 pounds of lean mass in the next 5 months? Probably not. Remember that lean mass includes muscle and water. And so I think a lot of Brad's initial gains were actually water gains from taking creatine for the first time, and from getting rammed into a high-volume
100%.
training program. Regardless, his 6-month trend shows impressive body recomposition, being up 13 pounds of lean mass while being down 1.2% body fat.
Yep.
Okay, my turn.
You get the results? Are they in?
They're in.
After 6 months of fully optimized training, and with more than 15 years of training already under my belt, I added 4.5 pounds of lean mass. The thing was, I also gained, ready for this? 11 pounds of fat. That's a bit much. It means my body fat went from 15% at the beginning to just over 20% now.
Damn, fatty!
I'm kind of excited to cut down and see how much muscle I retain.
Holy
shit! Let's put this in context.
Bro worked out for 6 months just to get fatter.
If we pretend this chicken breast is my lean mass and this pile of lard is my fat mass, this is what I put on my body during the bulk. Again, not all my lean mass is pure muscle tissue. Some of it is water. But yes, I did put on 4.5 pounds of lean mass.
Hell
but
yeah.
I also put on this big pile of fat. So now the real question is, what will happen if I lose all this extra fat? Will I keep this new muscle that I added, or will I lose that too?
All right. Well, let's see.
6 months of that.
So for the recomp phase, we're dropping our calories down to 2,800 calories per day, which MacroFactor says is our new maintenance intake. And these will be our new macros to follow for the next 3 months. And again, our goal for this phase is to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time while maintaining our weight. A few weeks into the recomp phase, the first thing I notice is that my strength is basically hitting a plateau. It's not a big deal. I'm still pushing just as hard. I'm just not seeing my numbers go up every week like I was during the bulk. But I do feel like my physique is tightening up a bit.
Definitely think when I cut down, I'm going to be a lot fuller, rounder, have better shape, because I can notice the increase in muscularity now, even at a higher body fat. Once I trim the body fat off, I think it's actually going to be a pretty big visual difference, honestly. I feel better about it than I expected to.
1 month into the recomp phase, Brad and I went to Japan for 3 weeks.
So for this,
they must have fucked up their life like everybody else who goes to Japan. I fucked up my life. We're going to Japan, boys. Boys, a 1 month trip to Japan does not fix your shit life.
trip, also I got a haircut. For this trip, we're going to do as much walking as possible because we're in recomp mode. So we're not going to take the escalator. We're going to actually walk.
We had an absolute blast, but the trip was our biggest challenge yet, especially diet-wise. I found it hard to get enough protein in, and we both got a little more flexible with our diet than would have been truly optimal. Tuna.
That shit looks good as fuck, huh?
Can I try it?
Oh, that was so good. Right? That's so good.
We still got everything tracked, and I don't think we got.
Bro, I heard Japan, you can get like Michelin star grade sushi from like a street vendor. And like, I'm just sitting here wondering like, why the fuck do I not just move there, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to Soto and I spend like $110 on sushi that apparently in Japan would cost me like $10. And like, I'm so jealous, bro. It's ridiculous.
Got too far off, but we were a bit more lenient than usual. And sushi was definitely the highlight. I've never had such delicious fish in my life.
All right, it's our first workout in Japan. We're gonna switch over to a full body split. Full body, 3 days a week. And that'll just allow us to get in slightly more efficient workouts and not spend quite so much time in the gym so we can actually enjoy Japan.
Tokyo was a gorgeous city, so clean and futuristic. We also got to see some incredible shrines and parks in Kyoto.
I want to fucking go, man. Damn. But also like low key, I'm so happy with Austin. I think I'm like just happy living in ignorance.
Once we got back home, we switched back to the tried and true upper-lower push-pull legs hybrid split.
What is this? First time sub. Just want to say you've inspired me to lose 156 pounds, so thank you for that. Brother, I didn't do shit. But congratulations, man. That's fucking awesome, bro. Good for you.
Still taking the last set of every exercise to failure.
Oh yeah, let's see that fifth one. Smoke it, smoke it. Go down again, you got another one, I know you do. Go down one more time and I'm with you, okay? I'm with you.
Get it, big dog.
Drive it, drive
Yep,
it, drive
yep.
it. Yes, sir. Come on, dude. Come on. Good job, good job.
Oh, God. Oh, it hurts so much. Oh, I don't know where to go.
I was maintaining my weight at around 180 pounds, and I felt like my physique was looking a bit sharper. The month of September flew by, and it was time for our post-recomp check-in.
Okay,
did I manage
damn,
to gain
that 3
muscle
months
and
went
lose
by,
fat at the same
went by
time,
fast.
or did I just spin my wheels for the last 3 months? Let's find out.
Moment of truth.
Turns out, I actually lost 0.8 pounds of lean mass since our last check-in. That's within the DEXA's margin of error, but it's still a bit disappointing. It's also kind of what I expected. At my level of advancement, I think you really need at least a slight caloric surplus to keep muscle growth moving. Maintenance calories probably just won't cut it. I guess it's also possible that switching to the full body split and our time in Japan.
See, that's why I eat 2,000 calories over my maintenance every day. And it's because I'm bulking, guys. I need to get stronger.
threw me off a bit, but I was still training super hard and I was still eating a high protein diet. So I really just think that maintenance calories wasn't enough to drive new growth for me, at least not within 3 months. On the upside, I did lose half a pound of fat, so my body fat percentage dropped ever so slightly. Brad's results were a bit better. He lost 3.5 pounds of fat, and he's got his body fat percentage down to 33.8%. And that's despite not actually doing a fat loss phase yet. He did lose 0.7 pounds of lean mass since the last check-in, but that's also within the margin of error, and I suspect that if there was any loss, it's probably not actual muscle tissue, especially since he didn't lose any strength. You see, at every check-in, we've also been testing our muscle strength using this Biodex isokinetic dynamometer.
Oh, that's
Basically,
fucking
just
sick.
press against this foot pad as hard as you can, and the computer measures how hard you pushed.
That is so fucking cool.
Since the beginning of the experiment, Brad's strength has trended up. My strength also trended up, but not by as much as Brad's. And at my last check-in, it was down a bit. So this time, I was determined to have my best strength test yet. I buckled myself into the machine, and on command, I pressed as hard as I possibly could. I got a massive isokinetic dynamometer PR of 359.2.
Yeah,
we always take 3
dude!
measurements though, so I buckled back in for round 2.
Big man!
One. No, hold on. I felt something really weird in my knee.
And I injured my knee. Partially torn tendon. So that sucks. I'm leaving this recomp phase not only having gained 0 muscle in the last 3 months, but with a freshly injured knee.
So I just finished up the first workout, basically the first rehab workout after I injured my knee.
Fuck
basically
that.
using lighter weights with a really slow tempo for now. So I've been using a 3-second negative, pause in the stretch, 3-second positive. That will keep some tension on the quads, but it just pales in comparison to the intensity and the load that I normally use. Not an ideal way to kick off the cut, but this is just a normal part of training. I think you could make the case that the more you try to optimize, the higher your risk of having a setback is as well.
Yeah.
Even though in this case, I don't think it had anything to do with my training. I think it was just being fasted, not having anything to eat, and then having to go and do an all-out isometric strength test is probably not like the safest thing in the world. And we also, because of like time constraints and everything, didn't do any warm-up before that test. So like, regardless, it is what it is. It
probably
happens.
a
Could've been
misplay,
worse.
man.
My
Probably a
physiotherapist said it'd
misplay.
probably be at least a month or 2 of rehab, so I did my best to keep things optimistic and really just focus on getting all the excess fat off and finishing off this experiment as strong as I can, given the circumstances.
It's officially time to start the cut.
Well, good news is I was kind of more invested in his brother's journey as well. So I kind of like, I'll never be where Jeff Nippert is ever. I accept that. I'm kind of interested where his brother ends up at.
I'm tired of having extra weight on, and I'm excited to get into some cleaner eating and just like.
I want to see what 3 months of perfect cutting looks like on bro.
2,200 calories per day, and bumping our protein up to 190 grams.
Damn, bro, they gonna be eating nothing.
It's actually really exciting to have a new goal, and I'm pumped to see Brad finally start his weight loss journey. About a month into the cut, my motivation
My ass when I eat less than 1,200 calories every day for my cut, losing 45 pounds in a month, that shit was crazy.
really started to ramp up. I had to train my quads with really light weights for a while, but my strength was starting to come back. I was also finally getting to see the gains that I'd made during the bulk, and the fat was melting off. Since it worked so well during the bulk, we decided to keep going with the upper-lower push-pull leg split, swapping out a few exercises, but keeping the overall structure the same. For my own recovery, I started stopping about 1 rep shy of failure on compound lifts. That's just because I really didn't want an upper body injury to deal with too, and with less calories, you do need to be a little more careful. I'm still pushing the last sets of all the isolation exercises to failure though. And with some good visual changes happening, we were both determined to hold on to as much of that muscle we built as humanly possible. At the 1-year mark, Brad and I aren't quite back to our starting body weight yet, and I really need us to both get back to the weight we started the experiment at for the true test of net muscle gain. I don't want to rush things and crash diet either, since I know that can accelerate muscle
Holy
loss.
fuck, bro. His vacuum is insane.
Until March, under the assumption that we're both giving it 100%. If you're in, I'm in.
Yeah, man, 100%.
So we locked back in for another 2 months, and
Ooh.
it was time for the final check-in.
Wait, they went 5 months cut as a bonus because the injury? That's fucking sick. I am so excited to see his progress.
I'm so excited for this to be done.
Bro, you can tell by his jawline how much weight he lost. He looks like a different person. That's insane. He looks like a good-looking dude. In a year, bro, he looks amazing, and he could have cut more weight. But he was doing this shit for science. No, that's insane. Good for him.
It's been so long.
It blew my mind that we both nailed the weigh-ins exactly to the decimal. I started this experiment at 164.6 pounds, and I'm ending it just over 1 year later at exactly 164.6 pounds. The question is, am I carrying more muscle now? Let's start with Brad's final results.
All right, Brad.
Bro, look at him,
Carrying
bro.
more muscle now. Let's start with
He looks like a different human being. What the fuck? He looks insane.
Brad's final results. All right, Brad, any final words?
Nope.
After the cut, he has
49.
Wow, that's good. So he's up 4 kilos of lean mass.
Hell yeah.
That means from the start of the experiment to now, he's up 10 pounds of lean mass and down, get this, 10 pounds of fat mass.
Damn, good for him, bro.
That's incredible. And his final strength test was also his best ever. Perhaps even cooler though, his Oura Ring is now saying that his heart health has improved by about 4 years. Amazing stuff.
That's fucking amazing, bro. Good for him.
Okay, and as for me,
I just want fries, chicken burger, fries, and just some really good tequila, bro.
okay, so from the beginning of the experiment to the end of the experiment, at the exact same body weight, I gained 2.7 pounds of lean mass.
Good for him, man. That's a lot of work for a year to gain 2.5 pounds of muscle, but that's insane at his level of expertise. That's nuts.
That may not sound like much to some of you, but think about it. This is what the lean mass I added would look like if it were ribeye steaks.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. Good for him.
So that's basically like putting on almost 4 huge steaks worth of tissue in 1 year.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. Good for him.
And at just under 5'5", adding that much tissue across my body is going to make a visual difference.
He
I
looks
definitely
good.
see the biggest difference
He
in my
looks
chest
really
and my
good.
back, but I see some gains in my shoulders and hamstrings too. Now, if you remember, the reason I cut down is because I really wanted to see how much muscle I'd retain from my bulk.
That's a scary looking man.
So at the end of my bulk, I was up 4.5 pounds of lean mass, and now I'm still up 2.7 pounds of lean mass. So yes, I did retain most of those gains while cutting down. I kept more than half the lean mass that I put on, which I think is pretty solid. I'm also leaner now. I started the experiment at 15.8% body fat, and now I'm down to 14.5% body fat. So not only did I shred all the 11 pounds of fat that I put on during the bulk, I also lost another 2 pounds of fat beyond that. The ultrasound results also showed that I gained net muscle in my biceps even after the cut. My quads also grew significantly during the bulk, but basically came back down to baseline after the cut. I'm gonna blame that on my knee injury, especially my left quad, which did lose more muscle, and that's the knee that I injured. I did hold on.
Yeah, bro, my knee has been injured for like 9 months. And it has slowed down my leg progress so much. It's fucking terrible.
Some net muscle gain on my right quad, though, even after the cut. Also, for the sake of scientific transparency, we also took BIA, or bioelectrical impedance measurements, throughout the study. This is the type of device you'll often see in commercial gyms. It says that I lost 1 pound of lean mass. This probably would have gutted me if I didn't have access to higher quality, more expensive, and more sensitive equipment. BIA has about twice the error margin of a DEXA machine, and I honestly just think my gains were well within the error bars for that device. Plus, the DEXA results, the ultrasound results, the strength results, and the before and after photos all quite clearly show that I made gains.
100%.
So, I say this just to say that you shouldn't feel bad if you get a BIA test done and the results aren't what you expected. They're often not sensitive enough to detect real changes in muscle mass in experienced lifters. So, the question we all want to know, am I going to use steroids?
No.
No. I think I proved to myself that I can still make gains even 15 years deep if I really commit. I don't have any regrets about the training program, but if I had my time back, I think I would have bulked a little less aggressively. I think that if I had gained, say, half...
Can you imagine this dude on steroids, though, bro? He would look like fucking Gollum from Pokemon.
...the weight during my bulk, I may have gained a similar amount of lean mass, but with less fat. As for the so-called natural ceiling...
I wonder what Jeff Nippard's testosterone levels are.
I still do think it theoretically exists, at least on paper. If you could just keep building muscle indefinitely, anyone still lifting in their 70s or 80s would be the biggest bodybuilders alive. But I think I did show that you can kind of push your natural ceiling up with optimized training and diet. At the very least, I think I showed that's possible. So my next goal now is to get shredded, properly shredded, under 8% body fat. And Brad said he's gonna keep going with the cut too. Actually, while I was editing this video, he lost another 5 or 6 pounds, and this was his latest physique update that he just sent me.
Brother, good for him. I bet he feels amazing. He looks so much better, bro. Good for him, man. That's awesome.
To get in my best shape ever this year. If you're looking to do the same, I'd recommend running my new upper-lower push-pull legs program for yourself. It's the same program we ran for this experiment, except it's written to be more individualized to you. So there's a beginner version and an intermediate to advanced version, and I give you 2 substitution options for...
Yeah, I'll be real, bro. I trust Jeff Nippard with my fucking life. This guy has helped me so much get in shape. His advice is so fucking good. I still watch his videos every day.
Every exercise and full instructions on how to swap exercises in and out. I'm calling it the bodybuilding transformation system because it really is more than just a program. There's video demos for every exercise, volume analytics,
this video motivated anybody to work out. I'm so glad I reacted to it.
All the science behind the program. If you run this for the next 6 months, I guarantee you'll build muscle. If you don't, I'll give you a full refund, no questions asked. I truly believe this is the most effective program I've ever written, and I had a blast running it. You can pick up either the beginner version or the intermediate to advanced version on jeffnippard.com, and it's 20% 25% off for launch week. If you're watching this video after launch week, I'll still go ahead and leave a discount code in the description box below so you can still save some money. Now, obviously, it's not enough to just dial your training in. Your diet is also super important. So you can download my nutrition app MacroFactor for 2 weeks for free, which is like having me as your own personal nutrition coach, but for a tiny fraction of the cost. Oh.
Bro, this video was fucking amazing, and I love it so much. And for anybody who feels motivated to go to the gym, baby steps. Don't diet, don't cut, go to the gym. Just look at the weights. Pick one up, put one down, then go home. And just do what you want to do. And when you're ready to lock in, go with some friends. You know, go it alone. Bring good music. Good music helps a lot. Play some games on your phone. I play Wizardry while I lift. It's great, but I wanted to watch that video because Jeff Nippard motivates the fuck out of me, and I wanted to put his channel on blast for y'all, so that way maybe that motivates some of y'all. Because it is the best thing that you can ever do is start working out.